What's up, y'all? You know who it is. Mr. Vane, aka former Red Pill Life, aka former Life Channel, so on and so forth. You know where the list goes. So today's video is about they're all lying to you. Now, before we get into this video, I want you to hit that like and subscribe button, and I want you to hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop this wisdom that I give to y'all every video. So, what am I talking about? When I say they're all lying to you, am I talking about pickup? Am I talking about red pill? Am I talking about self-development? Am I talking about nonsense? Maybe I'm talking about all of the above. And all these things, one thing they have in common is they all sell you a dream. You know what I mean? Like when it was the pickup artists selling you pickup shit, they made it seem like, oh, you just got to be confident and be yourself, even though it was based in nothing. Like it was a false sense of confidence. You know, some dudes are naturally confident, some dudes were not. So I'm sure for many, like myself, it didn't work. Red pill, same thing. Like whether they're trying to tell you, to be a free agent, whether they're trying to tell you to be an alpha male, whether they're trying to tell you to be whatever. I mean, for the most part, there is probably maybe 10% of their audience that can actually be that. Whereas the majority of us, not saying we can't be that, but I mean, some people are just meant to be in top 10%. Some people are not, top 20%, whatever. Even self-development shit. Like self-development makes it seem like you can be the best version of yourself and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's all well and good, but that's hardly the case. Like, especially if you're like me, if you're 30 something trying to get your shit together and you're trying to be the best version of yourself or whatever, like, I don't know, man. Maybe you call me pessimistic, but I like to think of myself as realist, that maybe it's not something achievable in this lifetime. Maybe you started too fucking late. Maybe something like that should have started at birth. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I feel like they're all trying to sell you some bullshit some bullshit to a degree. Though, I mean, I will say, take those principles with a grain of salt. Like they don't tell you about the growing process. They don't tell you about those fucking growing pains. They don't tell you, these old habits you got that are going to keep you from being the best version of yourself. They're going to fucking die hard. You know what I mean? Like they're going to take a while to fucking, like, your life is going to take a while to get undone. To undo all this fucking programming, all this extra shit, and you're not, and it's only gonna happen like literally, it's like a game of centimeters almost. Like it's only gonna happen a little bit at a fucking time. Like changes are gonna be this big, when you're trying to fucking become the best version of yourself. So I don't know, I guess keep that in mind. Kind of as a man, though, I feel like these are, I guess, avenues you should look up to. Just because it's like before I found these groups, like my life was kind of without purpose. So, I mean, they do have a purpose in and of themselves, but I mean, I guess I'll say all that to say, fucking go look for your purpose. Fucking hit the gym, all that bullshit. Be the best version of yourself, but just know that that's not going to happen until you're like, I don't even know. Depending on how late or how early you're starting life. If you're 20 something, You know, there's a good, if you're 20 something, we'll say early 20s, we'll say 23, 24. If you're 23, 24, and if you're consistent for the next decade or two, you might be able to get there when you're like 42 or 43, whatever age I said. So don't give up. You know, I mean, change, whatever little changes happen at a time, they fucking happen. Just accept that that's part of the game. Like, it's not going to be fucking overnight. It's not going to happen in a year or a couple years. It's going to fucking take time. Like, you know, these dudes can claim, like, oh, yeah, I've been whatever since I can remember. Like, I've always been an alpha male, whatever, since I was really young. And maybe they were. But realistically, for, I don't know, I guess average dudes like us who are trying to just fucking find a purpose in our lives, you know, who still continue to make mistakes through their 20s, 30s, hell, even 40s. If you're watching this video and you're fucking 40 something, just know that, I mean, I hope you have kids. Like, I feel like every man should have preferably a son, but, you know, sorry, didn't mean to put my fingers in your face. Preferably a son, but, you know, if you have a daughter, that's cool too. You know, I don't have a daughter, but I kind of wish I did sometimes. But, I mean, maybe just do the best you can with the time that you got. Make the most of it. But just, you know, plant that seed in the next generation. Like, if you have a son, like, plant that seed in his head. Not this red pill shit, but just plant the seed in his head for him to become the best version of himself. That's the main point I take away from all of this. Like, I mean, I love the red pill. Don't consider myself red pill. I love, you know, there's something good about everything. Pick up red pill, self-development, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, maybe just accept that, you know, it might be too late in this life, you know, to make a 180-degree change, and just, you know, roll with the punches and just make the best of what you got. Make the best of the time that you have left. That's all. You know, get your money right as best as you can. Plan for the future. Get life insurance, shit like that. You know, don't leave your kid with nothing if something happens to you, God forbid. Because I've known too many people to fucking do that. And yeah, man, and didn't even have to be life-changing money. It could have just been like, you know, a $50,000 policy or something. Like, it's $10 a month, dude. Like, what? You spend more than that on fucking coffee or cigarettes, whatever you like doing. So anyway, but, you know, not trying to turn this into a life insurance video because nobody's sponsoring it, but I'm just saying, like, do what you can while you're still here, and make sure you leave something for your kids. Leave something behind for your kids to make their lives a little bit better. You know, if you can go with the high policy, if you can, I don't know, leave them a business, do whatever, like, fucking do it. Leave them something behind so they have that advantage. You know, and it's just because it feels like, you know, there's one influencer, I'm not going to name because he ain't sponsoring this video, but I think a quote that he says is most men give up living at like 38, but they don't die until they're like 70. And that's true. Most of us men, like, we live empty lives pretty much. Like, we're just here taking up space and resources. We really don't, not that we don't contribute much, but we're just, I don't know, we are something, empty vessel, I guess. But anywho, I mean, I wasn't trying to make this video drag on too long. So main point of the video again is just do you. Do the best you can while you're still here, man. Try to leave something behind for your kids if you got them. You know, try to instill those principles in your kid. Like, Not the red pill shit, but just instill those principles of being the best version of yourself while they're young as you possibly can. Don't, don't wait till they're fucking 30 something like I am or like you are, or, 40 something or whatever for them to actually like try to change their life. Because it could be late by then. But, who the fuck knows how long we're going to live? You know what I mean? Like, by the time, we make dramatic changes, who knows? Our youth might be gone. We might be old fucking men by the time that happens. And if that's the case, it is what it is. So, anyway, but I don't know. That's the topic for today's video. So let me know what you think. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment. I would appreciate it. And until next time, I'm out. Deuces.